In some more international news, shocking news is now emerging from Kansas City, Missouri, USA. Andrew Lester, an 85-year-old white man, was charged with first-degree assault and armed criminal action for shooting a black teenager, Ralph Yall, all of 16 years old, in the head and arm after he mistakenly walked up to the house when going to pick up his young twin brothers. 2 shots were fired from a revolver through a glass door, is what the Clay County prosecutor Zachary Thompson has said. Yall, the victim, was struck in the head and arm. However, from what we understand, did not cross the threshold of the house. According to the prosecutor, he also said that it did not appear any words were exchanged in the encounter. Kansas City has seen 2 days of protests after the homeowner shot Yall, who was released from the hospital and is recovering from the gunshot wounds, according to his family. Demonstrators gathered on Monday at the suspect's single-story house, shouting, "Black lives are under attack" and "Stand up, fight back." Online videos are now showing. Joining us on the broadcast, we have Wing Commander Praful Bakshi, who's a defense expert. Also with us is Mr. Sanjeev Srivastava, who's an international affairs expert. If I can take my first question from you, Mr. Srivastava, another incident now emerging of of gun violence in the United States, but it's interesting to note, sir, that this is not just purely gun violence. It is also coupled with the fact that this was in fact a racial attack. Your first thoughts?
Yeah, Palvi, it's again another unfortunate incident, violent incident reported from US, and this is not only related to the gun violence, the shooting spree which is going on in the United States of America, but also it clearly indicates the racial tension which is very much there in the US society. And United States of America has been fighting hard to deal with this issue of racism, and a lot of fight has gone on way back from Martin Luther King's time till now. But still, I think the elements of racism is prevalent in that society, and it's a challenge for United States of America's democracy. And United States of American people, though they have fought hard to reconcile their differences and to win over those who are hate mongers, those who promote racism and racial behavior, but still despite all progress which has been made, including a black president, President Barack Obama, attaining the highest office of the United States of America, still this problem is there. That is quite clear. And in this case of shooting, obviously the people are having gun, those who are having this kind of racial behavior, suspected behavior, the position of gun in their hands increases the problem, and that's why debate about the greater gun control, etc., is very much there in the United States of America. But only problem it highlights that the United States of America society is facing several challenges on several fronts. Not only the political division over the gun control issues, but also the racial tensions are there. The people, it's high time that United States of America's democracy, especially the political leadership establishment of the United States of America, they should come together, start having serious debate, discussion, and have a constructive outcome of the crisis which they are facing. United States of American democracy, I think, facing a lot of challenges. This is one of the most profound, serious challenges which the US democracy has been facing, but still they have to find a total answer of it. As I said, that a lot of progress has been made with regard to having a greater relationship between the various communities, black and whites, etc. But still, this problem continues, and that's what has resulted into this violent incident yet again in the city of Kansas.
All right, stay on with us, sir. We're also being joined by Wing Commander Praful Bakshi. Wing Commander Bakshi, what do you make, sir, of this latest racial attack, rather, that has transpired in the United States? I mean, the victim was mere 16 years old, sir. It's important to note that.
Absolutely right. This aspect, madam, we have discussed a number of times also, and it's very unfortunate that the racial violence, America, especially the area around Missouri and those portions of America, are very prone to it. Very simple, we must understand, America's identity is stolen identity. They are not on their own cultural land. They are there and they brought the Africans for slavery. And that is why they personally feel very threatened by them, because now they have been left and they have been exploited. So they want to protect themselves. So these two things get amalgamated. The gun violence gets amalgamated because American people have been exposed to guns for a long time for self-protection, right from the days of when they fought against the British decolonization till today. They had to have their weapons because they wanted to protect themselves from the natives who were against their occupying their land. So the gun culture rose and was romanticized during the Wild West time, and now the gun culture continues out of Vietnam War. So much of youth have been exposed. Excess of guns have come into the thing. They know how to use the gun. They are not gun shy. They are actually weapon savvy. So all these things compound together to get this problem. And this is and it gets compounded when you put it in a mixture of white and black, because there is total racialism in there. And as my friend Sandeep was bringing out, we have, in spite of Obama and all those personalities, in spite of the sacrifice of Martin Luther, everything, nothing makes a difference. The fear still persists in the white man's mind and psychology that a black man will overtake him, and they are very worried about it. And not only this, you can see all the literature which is coming out against the exploitation of Africans. Now the details are coming out. How much of money is being exploited out of Africa, how they are being made and subdued by the various Western powers, not only America, but most of the economic European Union countries. All of them are, the first area of exploitation is Africa. So what is happening in America is a sum total, is a spillover of all that. So let us not be surprised. This will continue for a very long time, till such time there is a very strict order against the weapons and guns, or whatever we say, but they will not let the gun go banned. They will want to have the gun culture because on basis of that, they're getting their votes. So this problem is a perennial problem. It will stay for a very long time, especially when you have blacks and whites together. They will not see eye to eye. I assure you. You can put them in armed forces together. You can have intermarriages, but yet on the back of it, they are suspicious of each other because the mass exploitation by the whites is still taking place.
All right, stay on with us, Wing Commander Bakshi, as well as Mr. Srivastav.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.